Hello, welcome back to the channel once again. It's been a long time since I made a video. I made an airline manager video, so I'm back in the game again. I wanted to just make some tutorials about the game, all those stuff. So there's a new account that I created. My other account, I lost it due to one or two mistakes, but then let's just forget about that. So there's a new account that I created. But then, since I have some experience in the game, because I started playing this game around 2021, since I have some experience, I wanted to make a new video, or new videos giving tutorials, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, tips and tricks in order to beat the game. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the game. So that I give you that. But before that, I'll also give you a quick overview of my account. So my CEO name Mr. Mackenzie. Then that's the airline. Now I'm ranking 6,430. All this stuff. So let's just get back. So I'll start with the airplanes first. The kind of airplanes you get, the ones that you shouldn't get. But for now, most of my airplanes here are the 747s, the 747s and the A380. So most of my aircraft, I use the Illusion 96-300, the 747, and the A380s. So those are the profitable ones you can use for now. So the 74 is the -300 or the -200B. Any of them is good. So before that, let me just complete. This my check D. So after the aircraft, we'll quickly go into the services. So let's first go into stuff. But then I'll make a separate video, a detailed separate video where I'll go into details, explain everything one by one for you guys to understand how things work in this game. So I have my entertainment here, 174/500. And as I said, I just started this one, my old account. I lost the old account, so I started a new one not long ago. So this is it. So first, if you buy planes and other stuff, you have to come and hire them. At first it will be agency workers. So with agency workers, you are going to pay a huge sum of money to them every day. But then you can hire them. So this is what I have 750 employees. So I can after hiring them, then the amount of I'm owing. So I owe the bank some money. So because I did the check there, I'm now in debt. I was in debt around about 4 billion or something, but now I've paid all the debts. I'm left with around 1 billion, so it's not much of a problem. So let's quickly go to the staff. So as I was saying, you need to train your staff, or you need to train your employees in each of the categories over here, which is entertainment, ancillary revenue, price attractiveness, cost, all this stuff. So that it will have an impact on your airline. So I have my ancillary revenue. I'm training more of my staff or more of my employees in the entertainment and ancillary revenue. And I also want to do a little bit of cargo, because of the Edition 96 that I use. Each of them have a cargo capacity of 10 tons, and every round trip is going to make it 20 tons on every Illusion 96 plane that you use. Meaning that your cargo, delivery service in your airline, you'd have to have a lot of cargo in your airline, cargo space in your airline, in order to fill these planes or to fill your planes. So as I said, I'll be making a separate video on that, so I won't go into details. So we have airport operation, cargo, ground service, navigation. So we have all this stuff here where I won't go much into them. So let's quickly go into services right here. So how do you also get the service point? It is, you get them from the research. So these are research. There's the second tab over here, or the third tab over here is the service. So you come to the service, you complete the research. After you complete the research, you can go back over here to the services. Okay, maybe partnership. You tap on this, you activate it, and these services actually have an impact on your airline. So everything that you do in your game, everything that you do in your airline is going to somehow, some way impact whether you're going to gain more employees. Sorry, it's going to impact whether you're going to gain more demand, less demand, all this stuff. So that is the services right here. So as I said, I'm doing more of entertainment, and ancillary revenue. So my entertainment here is full, ancillary revenue is also full, which is 610. Then since I'm doing long haul, so when I'm doing long haul eco, meaning I have to put more into the entertainment and punctuality. Okay, and ancillary revenue to add additional money to your flight, your everyday flight that you do, which is like maybe selling things on board. Okay, so let me see if I can get an example here. Okay, let me just be here. So this ancillary revenue. So thanks to your business skill, you have signed an excellent partnership with a regional hotel chain. The company pays you to systematically direct your passengers to the establishment, and blah blah blah, and above all, very profitable. So you see, ancillary revenue is like you are gaining some free money on your flight that you do. Okay, on your flight that you take. So additional money. That's why it's very important to put a lot more in the ancillary revenue. They also do the expenses, but let's quickly go back to the staff. My cost, I've brought down my cost just 23 over 500. And if you quickly check this one over here, my cash flow, you're going to realize that my flight cost is very, very, very expensive, because I have a turnover of 522, and my flight cost should be around maybe 40 million or 50 million, but having my flight cost is around 71 million. So so somehow, some way, the flight cost is I can't tell the reason why today's flight cost is around 378 million. Maybe I had incident, or but then I'll figure it out. So that is it. I'm making 522 mil as a turnover. Then the result of every flight. So I'm using tomorrow's flight plan to show you something here. Then 450 million as a result of the flight, deducting the flight cost from it and all those stuff. Now bank, I also make a separate video about bank. You need to make benefit, right, from the bank. The bank is not just there. The bank is there to help you at the beginning of the game. So you would realize that if I show you my financial summary, my structural profit is very, very low. Okay, structural profit is 251. Yesterday, which was yesterday as in-game yesterday, or maybe 2 days before, my structural profit was around 364 mil. Okay, today it dropped down to 251. The reason being that is because I borrowed from the bank, and once you start paying loans to the bank, what happens is that it decreases your structural profit, because your structural profit is being calculated as in all the costs you are having for the week, divided by 7. Okay, so all the costs you have for the week, then they are going to subtract it from your total turnover. Then the result they divide it by 7, okay, which means 7 days a week, so 7 days. That's how come they get your structural profit. So because of the loans, I took some loans recently, and that is what brought down my structural profit. So but as I'm saying, I'll still be making separate video, giving you tips and tricks about everything that you need to know. So this is just a quick overview, quick tutorial that I wanted to talk about over here. So we also have this one here, this one right here. the maintenance game and all those stuff. Yeah, not really important. But let's quickly get back into the scheduling of flight and the route. So this is the network management. So these are my routes. So as I can see, or as you can see, Maputo, I have Jakarta, I have Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. So one in Africa, one in Asia, and two in South America, which is Brazil. Now the Rio de Janeiro and the Sao Paulo hub, I got them at a low price, discount, because there was an event going on, and it was around, I think, 9 million or so, and I got it because I buy at this time in the game. I buy hub for around 1 billion, 2 billion there, and I got this one for 9 million. So meaning I had to get it. Okay. So I wouldn't talk much about my hubs because there's nothing much to talk about over here. I just wanted to show you how they are doing. So that is it. Okay. But you make sure you schedule your flight in such a way that your flight doesn't sit around doing nothing. Okay, so you put 24-hour route on it. As for me, I almost do like 23, 24, 23. I make sure it doesn't go beyond 23. Maybe if it will go beyond that, it should be around 22 hours 30 minutes. So that's what I'll do. So I'm going to get maybe around 95% use, 97, so as you can see over here. So most of them are 100% use, 98, 99, 97, all this stuff. So okay, I have one plane sitting around because it's a CJ route. I don't do short haul. I don't do short haul. All these short haul flights that you see here, it was an event. Okay, so as you can see, it was an event. That's why I did all these short haul flights. So at a point in time, I'll sell all these planes and all these routes. Yeah, probably I'll sell, but then I'm going to leave the Embraer 190. Okay, because that's medium. I do a little bit of medium, but mostly it's long haul route. And also 168. I'll also talk about 168. Okay. So even the 5 stars, I just got it today. Then I said, let me make this video. So these are my aircraft. Yes, these two A330, that's 300 here. These are my first aircraft I got. The first ones I bought when I started the game. So that's it. So next time I'll make a separate video, detailed video, giving you the tips, tricks, whatever you should know about the game and all that stuff. So subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you want me to make a detailed video, or a separate video about everything, just comment and leave a like. Bye.